Righty. Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for joining us for today's A Month of Service presentation of our Money, Health, and Wealth Financial Capability Series. And today we are here to talk about holiday spending and planning for the holidays without breaking the bank. My name is Nia Murray. I am the Programs Coordinator with Neighborhood Recovery Community Development Corporation, and we are one of the partners in the A Month of Service collaboration. Also included is the City of Houston's Department of Neighborhoods, and joining us today, we have Ms. Cecile Carlson. Also included in the partnership is the Earl Carl Institute, Texas Legal Services Center, Harris County's Tax Assessor Collector's Office, Harris Central Appraisal District, the Houston Bar Association, Lone Star Legal Aid, and the Houston Volunteer Lawyers. And together we make up A Month of Service. But today's presentation, along with our other workshops in the Financial Capability Series, is being sponsored by our presenter for today, representing Family Houston. We have Miss Monet Cheney. So just to kind of give you guys a brief little background really quick about A Month of Service. It's the collaboration of all 9 organizations coming together on a monthly basis, offering a variety of different workshops, resources, and information to the community that generally do not have access to a lot of information, a lot of available resources that are out there that help with empowering the community, along with asset building, asset protection, and the preservation of generational wealth. So we partner, in addition to all our partners, we also partner with organizations like Family Houston that help with financial coaching and an array of other services for folks that are actually interested in building and attaining assets and help improving their quality of life. So we basically want to provide the community with options as it relates to your financial capability. We know that a lot of people kind of sometimes get trapped in the, oh, well, this is the way my mom did it, or the way my family used to do it, or what have you, and they don't know about other ways or don't even think about other alternatives to how they see money and how their relationship is with money, and how one thing tends to kind of impact another, whether it becomes your credit or your savings or your debt management, or planning for life's unexpected events and being properly prepared or insured, or trying to save to purchase a home, or how to protect your assets from in the event of any kind of catastrophe, or the loss of life, or disability, and things of that nature. So a lot of things can happen to anybody just about at any time. So we all want to do our part in making sure that the community is prepared for those kinds of things. In addition to that, we don't believe that everything should be tiresome and cumbersome, and don't want people to look at the relationship with money, or to talk about money as if it is a detriment, or that you have to punish yourself, so to speak, in order to kind of create a savings plan, or to have fun during the holidays with your family and things like that. So we want to provide you guys with some tips today about little things that you could do that not necessarily require money for the holidays, and if they do, what is it that you could do that that you don't necessarily have to spend a whole lot of money in order to enjoy and then to prepare for the holidays. So we know that the holiday season is fast approaching. It's already November the 6th. So we got to get ready. We got to get things prepared. Holiday dinners are coming up, and groceries are not getting any cheaper. And folks got to try to figure out what their holiday menu is going to look like, and who's going to be where, and who's going to be providing, and who's going to be hosting, and things of that nature. So we hope that you guys walk away with a lot of tips and a lot of good information that you can use, that you can also share with other family members. This is your opportunity to ask questions of the professional that we have here with Family Services that could help with your particular situation. We do ask that you try to keep your questions to be as general as you possibly can. However, again, we do encourage you to reach out to Family Houston if you are interested in their services to help address your own particular or personal issue or goal, or plan that you want to create. for your own self. So do keep in mind that we are on a live virtual platform. We are recording this presentation as well as broadcasting on social media, on YouTube, as well as going to be put on Facebook. So when you do ask your questions, do keep that in mind. We want to try to protect your privacy as much as we possibly can. So and do know that the information that we do provide on this presentation, along with all of our other presentation, is for educational purposes only. Is not to be considered any professional or legal advice, so to speak. But we do encourage you to reach out to Family Services or to any of our other partners for more one-on-one personal advice that you can get from them. So with that being said, feel free to either unmute yourself at the end if you're joining us on Zoom and ask your questions directly. You can feel free to type your question into the chat. If you're joining us on social media, feel free to type your question into the comment section, and we can make sure that your question is read aloud or addressed at the end of the presentation as well. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead with introductions. We'll start with Ms. Cecile with the City of Houston's Department of Neighborhoods, and then Ms. Monet will have you introduce yourself, and we'll move right on into your presentation. So, Cecile.
Thank you, Nia. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Cecile Carlson. On behalf of the City of Houston, I want to welcome and thank you guys for being here this afternoon. Thank you to Monet and Family Houston. I am very excited about this workshop in particular. We all get stressed around the holidays, and it's not supposed to be that way. We're supposed to enjoy our families, our time off, and the joy of just being together. So I am definitely looking forward to learning today how to make it a little less stressful, so I can focus on the important stuff, which is being together. And as Nia said, if you guys know anybody who could use this information, please share the link. Let them know that we're here. And that this information is important. So thank you so much, and I'll pass it on to Ms. Monet.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Monet Cheney, and I am a financial coach with Family Houston. And I'll go into a little bit more details as to a little bit about Family Houston and our financial coaching program. But we do offer free services, and part of your financial coaching can include budgeting for the holidays. So as our this is our last presentation of the year. Yeah. We're definitely gonna I don't know what I be doing on Zoom, but I think I can't see my presentation, but you guys can still see it, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So just to get started, hold on one second, because I can't see my presentation.
Do you want to just stop screen share and then do it? Try again?
Yeah, let me do that. I think it has something to do with the view. Okay, so let me reshare. Okay, y'all can see it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, you all. I was trying to close like the view where I could see everyone because it was blocking part of the presentation view. But yeah, so as our last presentation of the year, we are going to be talking about planning your holiday purchases without breaking the bank, and just some quick objectives that we're going to cover is creating a holiday budget, planning for next year, shopping wisely, as well as giving your time during the holiday season. So I found this quote on NerdWallet where it says the holiday budget gives you a solid foundation from the start by saving time, stress, not to mention also preventing a debt hangover in the new year. So based on their survey, they're saying 28% of holiday shoppers last year used credit cards to pay for gifts, and they still haven't paid off their balances according to NerdWallet's holiday shopping survey. So when I saw this kind of put into perspective as to why it's a good idea to create a holiday budget as well as start saving money the year before. Because if you are using credit to pay for Christmas gifts, to pay for other holiday expenses, that debt can lead into the next year. And now you're spending the whole new year paying off debt just from Christmas time. Um, so I wanted to put that out there about how there's a lot of us who enter the new year with credit card debt doing because of the holidays. So that's why it's very important to have a holiday budget, and having a holiday budget it can reduce stress and save money during the holiday seasons. So you're not stressing over whether or not you can afford Christmas gifts for all your family members and other holiday expenses. Sticking to your budget and avoiding the temptation to overspend will eliminate the need for high credit card debt after the holidays. So the goal is you're wanting to not have to rely on any type of credit card debt or loans during the holiday season, because you don't want to enter the new year and spend the entire next year paying off debt just from the holiday season. As well as you're going to be saving money on interest as well. So if you have saved up cash for the holiday season, or you have a working budget, then they're making sure that you're not paying interest on top of the amount that you paid for those holiday expenses. So one, we definitely want to create a budget, and we want to create a budget based on last year's spending. So, and I'm going to go into a little bit more details on creating a holiday budget. But we do want to focus on when we're creating a holiday budget that it is based on last year's spending and then making adjustments for this year. Second, set a per person budget. So making a list of people you will need to buy gifts for, and set a spending budget per person. And this is where sometimes the boundaries have to come in with family members and children, and knowing that if you set this budget, you're sticking to whatever that budget is per person. Third, set a budget for holiday parties. So set a spending plan for holiday parties, whether you're hosting or attending parties. And then this budget is going to include spending for food, attire, and gifts. And then lastly, set a budget for miscellaneous items. So spending a spending plan to cover holiday decorations, because if you're like me, I'm that person that always want to change my holiday decorations and color schemes every year. So if you're someone who like to switch up your holiday decorations every year, or maybe you need to update them, make sure you're planning ahead to cover holiday decorations and any miscellaneous spending, such as travel expenses. So if you're not from the city that you're in and you have to, you know, that you're going home to visit family for the holidays, making sure that you're saving up for those expenses as well. Or if you're someone who just like to travel during the holidays, just making sure that you have a budgeted amount set aside for those travel expenses. So just expanding a little bit more, creating a holiday spending, holiday budget. So just consider like your holiday spending categories. So creating a holiday specific categories you can return to each year will help you prioritize your spending and make it more predictable. And then here are some common holiday costs to consider when you're creating a holiday budget, and the categories that are on your holiday budget. So number one, gifts. So the holiday season is a time of giving. So while not narrowing down your gift list can be a challenge, but it should be the first step. So the first step when you're creating your holiday budget is to consider who are you buying Christmas gifts for, how much you're going to spend on each person. If you have to attend holiday events and you have to provide a gift at the holiday event, what is your budget for that? Because I know sometimes we have like white elephant games that we play, and that white elephant game might be a $10 gift or a $20 gift. Or it can be sometimes some people do where they pull a name. So everybody pull one person, they got to buy a gift. So consider gifts outside of just your immediate family and that you might have to purchase. And then part of your gifting budget should also include gift wrapping supplies, as well as shipping costs for gifts that you need to mail. So if you have family that live outside of the city that you're currently in, you want to consider how much it's going to cost to ship Christmas gifts to them. Or you can consider other options for them instead. So maybe doing like a e-gift card, so you don't have to ship anything, but just take the time to sit down and like narrow your gift list, what your budget is per person, and also include any supplies that you need. Secondly, is holiday travel. Some people do spend the holidays visiting friends and families, but not everyone lives nearby. So account for gas or tolls, airfare, baggage fees if you're flying, as well as hotel stays. And make sure to you budget for food while traveling as well. So if you're traveling outside of the city that you live in, just making sure you're budgeting for all of those travel expenses. And then keep in mind, some of those travel expenses can be inflated for the holiday season, especially on airfare and hotel stays. So just keep in mind that it might be good to try to catch some of those deals and like book those things early, because you know with airlines the ticket prices can fluctuate, and sometimes the earlier you book, you might save money. Same thing with hotel stays. Kind of keep in mind like if you book early, can you save on your hotel stay? And then if you have like any type of travel points or other like discount programs, check into those programs to see if there's any like additional discounts that you can get for travel. Next is food and entertainment. Usually November and December, our grocery bill is going to be higher because of Thanksgiving, and then the Christmas holiday. Um, so think about if you're someone that's going to be doing extra cooking, baking, or hosting for the holiday season, and how much extra your grocery bill might be. There are also usually lots of opportunities for fun outings, such as local performances, photo shoots, holiday photo shoots, as well as holiday parties. So just make sure that when you're creating a spending category on your holiday budget, that you're accounting for food and entertainment. I always joke that I hibernate in the summer because October, November, December are like my social month of the year. So I always make sure that I'm going to budget for different events during the holidays, because that's when I come out of my shell and do the most. Uh, so just making sure that if you're someone that's a lot more social during the holiday season, you like to do family photos, you get invited to a lot of holiday parties and events, just make sure that you budget for that. And then also just consider free options as well, or options that can actually save on money, or maybe like if you're hosting, do like a potluck style where everybody contribute a food item, so you're not spending as much on food and drinks. And that can like take kind of lift some of the cost off of you. And then lastly, holiday decor. So this category include things such as the cost for new decorations or new clothes. You might need to put a little extra money in this category if you want to update or add to your home decor or your holiday wardrobe, especially if you have kids who outgrow last year's holiday outfits, or you need a new ugly sweater for a holiday party. So just make sure you have a category for holiday attire and holiday decorations. Again, sometimes I like to buy new holiday decorations every year, so I'm always going to make sure that I budget for that. Same thing with new clothes. If you're someone who's very social during the holidays and you know that you have holiday parties to attend, you might want to budget ahead or check sales for holiday attire, and just make sure that that fits in. And if you have kids and if you're the family who always get matching pajamas every year, then budget for that too, because of course kids are going to outgrow last year's options, so you're going to want to budget for that as well. Is there any questions about creating a holiday budget before I move on? Or anything anyone want to add that they do during the holiday season to budget? Okay, so I will move on. So I do want to go over some saving tips for the holidays, and this can be some great ideas to manage your holiday spending. So, of course, with gifts, gifts are likely to make up a big portion of your holiday budget. So, it's always good to find ways to save to create some breathing room. So, consider making your own gifts. And using supplies that you can buy in bulk. So if you're someone that's very good at making things, that can be something that you can do for your friends and family, is making like special gifts for them. So you're not having to stress over buying different gifts for different people, as well as spending a lot of money on gifts. Suggest that friends and family draw names for gifts to reduce the number you'll need to buy. So if you have an extremely large friend group or family, instead of everyone buying a gift for everybody, you can consider doing a Secret Santa type setup to to reduce the number of people that you have to buy for. And then again, sticking to a gift list with price limits for each person, and then cashing in on credit card rewards or points you've earned, and paying with unused gift cards are other ways to save. So if you're someone who has a credit card and you build up your points all year long, that could be ways that you can use those credit card rewards or points that you've earned to go towards your Christmas gifts. And I also got to add in, if you have subscriptions with different stores, and it's stores that give you like coupons as well as free items, that could be another way to save money on gifts. Like I subscribe to Bath and Body Works, and currently right now I got 2 coupons for free items. So I can actually use those coupons to purchase gifts for someone that I know like Bath and Body Works items. And that can actually save some money for me. So that's another thing that you can look at, is any type of coupons or free gifts that you might have from different stores, and you can actually use those for gifts instead of using it for yourself. Next is holiday travel. Now is the time to cash in on airline reward points or miles to offset holiday travel costs. Save on money from airfare by driving. And then consider like packing snacks to save on purchasing food, especially because we know food at the airport can be very expensive. And then consider shipping gifts to your destination rather than paying extra to carry them on a flight. So if you're someone who do build travel points on a credit card, this can be a good time. Maybe if you're not traveling all the time throughout the year, you can save up those points for holiday travel, as well as, again, think of some options to kind of save on the amount of items that is traveling with you when you fly, to cut down on some of the airfare costs, or you might consider driving instead, to save on airfare and just only have to cover food and gas for your trip. Um, Next is holiday decor and attire. Just check out your local consignment shop to find affordable holiday clothes for your kids at a fraction of the retail price. When it comes to decor, pick one special item to invest in this year. So instead of like changing all of your holiday decor items, maybe pick one thing that you want to update that's not going to cost a lot of money to change. And then as far as clothing, uh, check out affordable option for holiday clothes, just so you can save instead of paying full price. And then again, pay attention to any type of sales, um, sales on holiday attire, so you can save money there as well. And then I would add, maybe whenever in January when they do their holiday sales, and things are at a more affordable price, that could be a good time to buy something for next year. Because I mean, if you know your kids are going to grow a little bit, maybe you can size up and buy things for next year. And then lastly, with food and entertainment, entertainment might be a place where you can save. So this can be an area where you can actually cut back if you can't cut back on the other categories. So check out festival decorating in your town, joining community lightings, and have an at-home movie night. Don't cost a thing. So consider some free options. If you like to enjoy holiday events during the holiday season, look for some free options in your city. The city of Houston have tons of free options, different types of events that you can do. And then again, like consider some things that you can do at home, like maybe have like a little parties at home where everyone brings something, so you don't have to spend as much as going out, which can cost a lot more. And then for children, you can look at local public libraries that might have free holiday events. So I do want to talk about having a plan for next year. So definitely planning ahead for the next year can reduce stress, debt, and increase savings for the holiday. So just some general guidelines is keep a gift list for friends, family, and holiday parties. So again, look at what you spent this current year or the year before, and then keep a list. So throughout the year, you can be buying things that you can use during the holiday season for gifts, as well as like any type of holiday attire, as well. Shop deals during the year for holiday gifts. So there's always sales, seasonal sales throughout the year. So shop those sales for gifts throughout the year. So again, what it does is it prevents procrastination, because a lot of times if you wait till the last minute to buy Christmas gifts, you're going to end up spending more money. So getting those gifts ahead of time can allow you to save, as well as save you time and stress on shopping for gifts during the holiday season, because everybody's going to be out there. It's crowded in all the stores. things are selling out super fast. So just shopping throughout the year can reduce some of the stress of waiting to the week of the holidays to purchase gifts. Start saving next year at the end of the holiday season. So at the end of December, that's when you're going to start your saving goals for next December. Because you do want to give yourself a full year to save money for the next holiday season. I like to use the 52 weeks of savings challenge. The 52 weeks of savings challenge is a year challenge. And I'm going to break that down on the next slide. But pretty much each week you're saving a different amount of money towards a particular savings goal. So that's a perfect way to save about a little bit over $1,300 for the next holiday season. And then you can get other people to join in on the challenge with you, like family members, your children. And so it could be a great way to have a community of people to start saving for the next year. Also put monthly payments into savings. So if you don't want to do the 52 weeks of savings, possibly consider just breaking it down by month. If you come up with a goal that you want for the holiday season, whatever your budget amount is for the holiday season, and then just break that down into monthly payments and just making sure that you prioritize putting those payments into a separate savings account. So there are it's okay to have more than one savings account. So I would definitely say have a savings account that is only for holiday savings, because this is going to make sure that you're meeting that goal amount and you're not mixing your savings, your holiday savings goal with another type of savings. So just make sure that if you're going to do a holiday saving, that is separate from your other, like your emergency fund, or if you're saving up for a vacation, that those savings are all separate. And then save extra income during the year. So if you get bonuses, your tax returns, if you're maybe if you're starting like a little small business, or you're doing like some side work, that can be some ways to have extra funds to put into your holiday savings. And earlier, just a few minutes ago, I talked about the 52 weeks of savings. This is what the 52 weeks of savings challenge look like. So using this, you should deposit an increasing amount of money into your savings each week for the year, and then match each week's savings amount with the number of the week you are in the challenge. So if you're starting with week 1, as you can see, you're only depositing $1. And then each week, then you're going to add an extra dollar. So week 2, $2, $3, $4. So you just keep moving up until you reach $52 and 52 weeks. So you should have $1,378 saved if you follow this table to the T. You can also start backwards. You can start with $52 and then work your way down to $1. You can skip around. So like if you have weeks where you have more money that week than others, you can just pick an amount. So however you want to do it, just as long as you're following the chart and then checking your weeks off, you should have $1,378 saved. And you can also include this with other saving strategies. So like I said, if you have extra income that you're earning and you want to put some of that extra income into your holiday savings to add to this. I remember one time I was using a special savings account that did the 52-week savings challenge for me, and it had a roundup rule. So it would round every dollar, whatever that change, it would just put in like little bits of change into that savings account, and it increased my savings. So at the end of a year, instead of having 1378, I think I had more so of like 1900 saved, because I had some added savings I was adding to it. So if you're able to, you can always add extra funds to this savings challenge, or you can just stick to this table, and then 1378 can be the goal amount for your holiday spending or your holiday budget. Is there any questions about saving for savings goals or planning for the next year?
Nothing in the chat or the comments just yet.
Okay. So I do want to go into ways that we can shop wisely, that are more budget friendly. So just some general guidelines is consider options to divide payments into interest-free installments for online shopping. So if you're buying gifts from particular stores that offer services like Afterpay, Klarna, QuadPay, or PayPal, where you can divide your payments up, and it's interest-free installments, that can be a good way to be able to budget your gift spending for gifts. Any type of holiday spending that you're able to divide into 4 interest-free installments. But you do have to keep in mind that if you're using those installment plans, that they fit into your budget, your overall budget, because you definitely don't want to do too many of them or have too many of them coming out, because they are automatic payments. But it does divide that portion up to where you might be only making 2 payments per month, and it could be a little bit easier on your budget, but just making sure that you're not doing too many and it still fits within your overall general monthly budget. Next, don't procrastinate. Usually procrastinating purchasing gifts, to be exact, can lead to spending more money, because sometimes you might miss out on good sales and deals that happen throughout the year, or the gifts that you're wanting to get might sell out, so you might have to get an alternative gift that costs more money, and you end up paying full retail price versus getting it at a discount. And then other thing is just the stress, because I've been that person that was shopping on Christmas Eve, and it's so many people out there. It's so stressful. And then at some point, you might get overwhelmed, and you'll probably say, you know what, I'm just gonna buy anything just so I can get home and relax. So don't procrastinate, because it can like put you in a mindset to where you're not able to really like focus and plan and really pay attention to what you're spending, and you might tend to spend more money. Shop end of year sales for next year's gifts and holiday decorations. So usually after Christmas, between Christmas and the New Year's, a lot of stores are going to be purging all of their holiday items. So this can be a good time to shop for holiday gifts, shop for attire for the next year. Then that could be jackets and coats and things that you might need during the holiday season, as well as any holiday decorations. If there's any holiday decorations that are left over, you can go ahead and get those holiday decorations at a discount for next year. And then consider gift cards for picky shoppers. So if you have individuals that are very picky and it's hard to buy gifts for them, then consider getting setting a budget for gift cards. I know for me, my nieces and nephews, they do not like actual gifts. They do not want us to buy us anything. They would say, Auntie, we would have preferred you gave us the money for it. So we would have preferred for you to give us the money so we could buy whatever it is that we like. So I tend to have a budget for gift cards and cash because I know that my nieces and nephew, they just want cash or a gift card for one of their favorite stores, or they like to have money to put into their savings. So they have something, they always have something that they're saving up for. So they just want money to add to their savings. So if you have individuals that are picky shoppers, or maybe you have family members that you know are saving up for something in particular, then maybe you give them cash or gift card, say, hey, I'm giving you cash to put toward that vacation that you're planning for next year. Or here's cash for your kids to save up for that video game that they want. So consider that for like picky shoppers. And this can be budget friendly because gift cards come in set increments, so that can make it very easy to budget for gifts. Because you can, like, if you have a set amount per person, then it's easier to manage than like going out and buying a particular item, because sometimes you might go to buy a particular item and you end up spending more than whatever that set budget amount was for that person. So consider gift cards and cash as options for picky shoppers, or to budget your gift giving a lot better. Some other general guidelines to shop wisely and to save money during the holidays is sign up for email lists and memberships for your favorite stores. Track daily and weekly deals as well as coupons. So earlier, I mentioned that. Sorry, you guys, my throat is a little dry, but earlier I mentioned that I have a subscription with Bath and Body Works. So I have like a couple of coupons in there for a free item. I can use that towards a gift for something like a holiday party that I might have to go to, or for someone that I know likes Bath and Body Works. And I do notice that even with other stores that I like, they might sometimes have like a 20% coupon or whatever, but you only get those discounts if you are on their emailing list, or if you have like a subscription with that particular store. So this can be a great way to like save on gifts for individual that like items from that same store. And that can kind of cut down on the amount of money that you're spending out of pocket. And then next, shop around to find the cheapest price and ask for price matching policy. So I know like stores like Walmart, Target, and I believe like Best Buy, they all have price matching policies. So double check with them to see what that policy is, because that could be a way to save money on particular items, especially, and I named those 3 stores because those 3 stores typically have certain items that all 3 of them sell. So you can, and then Amazon as well, because I don't know if Target is going to change the price matching policy, but I have personally used Amazon as a way to get discounts on items because I know that Target price match. But I would say double check those price matching policies to make sure that they still do it. and then just check and then ask them what stores do they price match with, because they don't price match with every store. But take some time to shop around, look for the cheapest price, and ask about those price matching, because you could save a few dollars on a particular item. And then it can also save you a trip, because if Target has a higher price on an item that you want, that's cheaper at Walmart, it can save you on the trip to Walmart, because Target is going to price match that item, and you don't have to drive to a different store to get that item. So double check with stores to see if they offer that. Use store apps for coupons. So there are some stores like I know, like HEB, Target, they have the circle offers, and then HEB have coupon offers. Kroger's, they have coupons in their apps. And then a lot of other stores do have coupons in their app. And these are coupons where you don't even have to have a membership or be on their email list. So consider like downloading store apps, because there could be coupons that can save you some money, especially with grocery stores. If you're someone who have to host for the holidays, or maybe you're going to a holiday potluck, you can save on the food that you're purchasing. Kids are out of school as well, so you might have to buy extra groceries for the kids being out of school. So download like store apps, because there might be coupons available that can save you money on your holiday expenses. And then lastly, use store layaway options if available. I personally don't know which stores still have layaway options, but if you know of stores that do, definitely check into those options, um, as a way to be able to set things aside if they're priced at a certain price now, and the price might change later. So look at those options as well. And then check with those retailers just to see like what are their policies around the layaway options that they have. Is there any, do anyone have anything they want to add to shopping wisely? Like anything that you do during the holidays to save money, or even do it throughout the year that you do to save money when shopping?
I'll wait till the end to add my little 2 cents.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything that you do to save money while shopping? Okay, so we will move on. So lastly, I do want to talk about giving your time during the holidays. So if you do feel like you have limited funds to purchase gifts, or you do not celebrate the holidays, you can consider doing acts of service during the holiday season. So yeah, if you have limited funds, or maybe like something happened where where you don't have funds to purchase gifts. Some people do like doing acts of service. So just some options of ways to give your time during the holidays is volunteer. So look for ways to safely give your time by volunteering at local nonprofits and other organizations. It can be nonprofits, churches, toy drives that are happening in the city. So just look for ways to volunteer, and then share this experience with your family and friends. So if you have family and friends who also enjoy volunteering, this can be a great way to make it a social event for your family and friends by inviting them to volunteer. Maybe you want to go volunteer at the food bank and all just go together. Or you go and volunteer at a toy drive. Or maybe you set up your own personal toy drive with your family and friends. So it can be something that you arrange where everyone bring gifts that you plan to that you're going to take and donate to a local toy drive. These are some ways again that if you're unable to, if you have limited funds and you're unable to buy gifts this year, where you can just volunteer your time. And then next, I put acts of service. So acts of service can be offering to do a service for a family member or a friend. So examples can be maybe the kids out of school and you offer to watch them during the day while the parents are at work, or maybe if the parents have like a holiday event that they want to go to, maybe you offer to babysit for them so they don't have to pay someone for that service. Or if you're someone who loves to clean, maybe you offer a cleaning service, like offer to come and help them clean or organize their home. Especially if it's someone like an elderly member in the family, maybe you offer to go by and clean up for them or cook them a meal. So you can think of like what are different types of acts of services that you can provide to family friends so they don't have to pay for that service. If they have like dogs and they have to travel for the holidays, maybe you offer to dog sit or go and walk their dogs while they're gone on their trip. So what are like acts of services that you can do so your family or friend don't have to pay for that service? And then lastly, homemade gifts. So creating homemade gifts at a low cost. Um, Again, like I said earlier, you can purchase materials in bulk and make gifts. So each gift in itself is a lot cheaper per person. And then, and a lot of people do like those things because that's something special. And you actually put like that time and effort to create something special for them. And then you never know, you making homemade gifts could actually turn into a business where you can earn income. I've seen a lot of people online who made special homemade gifts for friends and family, and it actually turned into a business. So not only is that a way to like do something special, but again, it can lead to a form of income that you earn in the future. So before we end, I do, Anita, did you want to add anything now before I go into scheduling for coaching?
Monet, you blanked out just a bit. Can you repeat what you just said to me?
Oh, I was asking, did you want to, because you said you had something you wanted to add. I was asking, did you want to add now before I go into scheduling for financial coaching?
Oh, okay. Well, the only thing that I really had to add was really when you were asking about if there are other ways that you know that you could save and things like that during the holidays. We used to do these things called shop kits, where we used to get the kids kind of involved with shopping throughout the year. And it's literally just an app that you go through and you scan these different products throughout the grocery store, like whenever you're shopping or you're at the mall or whatever. If you scan this particular product that it tells you to scan, and you don't have to buy anything if you don't want to, or whatever, you just scan the item and you accumulate points. Those points you can get for different gift cards or whatever. So I used to save up all of my points for the end of the year, but I used to get like my friends' kids and stuff involved. So we were like all in Wally World or Target or whatever. They would be running all around the store. I got my points. I got my points. Did you get your points? I got my points. And it was like a competition between them to see who can get the most points. And they got to use their points for whatever kind of gift card that they wanted, whether it was to buy a game or to buy their own snacks or buy them a burger or whatever it was they wanted to do. But they participated in it. Another thing is we have this thing called the 30-day bag challenge, where people can become conscious and aware of how and where they are actually spending their money. So we have a plastic bag that has these instructions on the outside of it that basically says everything that you pay for, it's the beginning of November. So between November the 6th and December the 6th, put everything that you spend or every receipt, every bill that you pay in this bag for at least 30 days. At the end of the 30 days, take everything out and actually add it up and see where and how you're spending your money. And it's not so much to tell you that you shouldn't be spending, but for you to become a little bit more conscious and kind of aware of how and where you're spending your money. It's like, oh man, I didn't realize I was going to Starbucks that much. Or, oh man, I didn't realize I was actually doing this much shopping or eating out this much. And then so you kind of become conscious. It's now like, okay, well, instead of eating out 3 days a week, I can eat out about 5 days a week. I can eat out 3 days a week and then save that 2 days of spending and then bring my own lunch or something to that effect, or cook or do meal preps or whatever it is, to kind of, again, get you to be a little bit more conscious and trying to figure out where you can save. And then that savings become your holiday spending or whatever extra else that you want to put that savings towards, whatever that goal may be. So, and I used to coupon. So I used all of my little coupon and stuff, my little stash or my haul, as we used to call it. I would make gift baskets out of my hauls. So it's like you got a laundry basket that had every kind of cleaning product in, all kinds of dish laundry soap, the dryer sheets, everything was in your laundry basket. Nice little wrap, little bow and gift. And I gave that stuff, we gave that stuff away, so there's different ways, the kind of little creative ways that you can come up with a lot of things without feeling like you're having to deprive yourself of something. And then also it just kind of teaches the kids that Christmas is not necessarily about material, it's not necessarily, it's not about the material possessions. And what is it that you can do to make it fun or of service to somebody else and give back and things of that nature. So holiday spending is not just about actually spending. It's also about spending of the time. It's about spending your energy and your efforts in other places other than just spending money, especially the way the economy is today. We don't have the luxury of being able to just spend. The cost of things are going up on a regular basis. And to try to keep up with those kinds of times with the amount of money that we're still making, it's not feasible to think that way. So we have to kind of come up with some alternative options when it comes to spending and holiday giving. Yeah, but yeah, that's the kind of thing that we would actually do. And I see a lot of people with their small kids and their babies, and they want to give their kid all of this other stuff. These babies, up until they're about 3-4 years old, half of them don't even know what Christmas is about. You could probably go in their room and rewrap the same gift you gave them from the year before, and they will never know. My daughter used to have a blast. I seriously used to go and buy a box, fill it with styrofoam, let her rip the paper off the box, because it's the actual ripping of the gift off, the paper or whatever. She would get that box and she would play for days in styrofoam, just tearing stuff up, throwing it all over the place. And she had a blast. She had a ball, more so than she would with some gift that she didn't even realize she didn't need, didn't really want, wasn't even really worried about, or whatnot. And then the thing about the gift cards, and I told you I had a lot. I had a lot of little tips. The gift cards, giving away gift cards, you don't necessarily just have to make giving gift cards a game. It doesn't have to be so impersonable, just putting a gift card in a Christmas card, or sticking it in an envelope and then giving away. They have these little contraptions that you could stick gift cards in, and they have to figure out how to unlock it to get to the card. It's like these little ridges and rivets and things. And I think I got them at like Five Below or off Amazon or whatever, but it's these little lock boxes for gift cards. And you stick the gift card in it, but they got to figure out how to get the card out of it, or have them, do some little random, plastic cup game where they can figure out who's going to get what card, and and what they get
Oh,
is
I've
what
been
they get.
seeing those I've been saving them on Instagram
On
already,
Instagram,
sending them to
yeah,
my family. I'm like, y'all ready for the holiday party?
exactly. My best friend, she decorates her wall. She doesn't put up a Christmas tree anymore. She decorates her wall with a huge thing of plastic cups. And then her kids have to go through, and she has a different color of the little plastic, of the not plastic, what do you call it? Like the little tissue paper. There's a green,
Yes,
there's
the
there's a red tissue paper covering the top of the plastic cup. So whatever dice they roll or whatever card that they pull, that's the color that they have to pick from, and they get whatever's in the cup. So whatever they pick is whatever their gift is. It could be a pack of gum. It could be
Mhm.
a $50 bill. It could be a roll of quarters. It could be whatever else, but they get whatever is in the cup. So it becomes a game for them because they're older. They don't necessarily need a lot of the toys and gifts and things of that nature. But again, I said that to say that there are different ways that you can make holiday spending fun
Mhm.
without it being so much pressure and stress to buy the most expensive for everybody. You don't have to do that. So that's my little 2 cents.
Yeah, and then I want to say, just like I said with the savings, you can start talking to your kids about savings goals, because, like Nia said, if you have all these people buying them these toys and things that they're not going to play with, or they'll play with it for 5 minutes and then not going to play with it ever again.
Mhm.
Maybe like talk to them about, like, okay, is this something special that costs a lot that you want to save up for? And then, like, have your family members give them the money instead and put it into a savings account so they can start learning about saving up. And especially if it's an item that nobody can afford to get, then it could be like, okay, well, how about you learn to save up for that item and then purchase it, versus, as a parent breaking the bank or getting a loan to purchase that item.
or
It could
going
be a
or
great
going to
way.
or going to the payday loan places to go shop for the holidays.
Yeah.
So do not do that at all. The amount of compounded interest that you spend trying to do that for the holidays, it
Right.
is just not worth it.
Yeah, and then the same thing with like the ugly sweater. Like if you have to get an ugly sweater, I know there's places where you go spend a pretty penny on some ugly sweaters, but you can still make them. Like just go and buy, like go to a resale shop, get a cheap sweatshirt or sweater, and then go to the dollar store and get a few things to decorate your sweater. Like there's like different ways, like clever ways you can come up with to like save money throughout the holidays, as well as get your family and friends involved. But I would end this, set your boundaries, because I know like during the holidays, people, they try to get you to come to, they try to like step over your boundaries, because a lot of people, they want help as well. So
Or pressure you or make you feel like you got to keep up with what they're spending.
yeah, you
So
have to keep up with certain spending amounts, like, and then even your kids, sometimes you might feel pressured to buy certain gifts or whatever. because they want to keep up with other kids and things like that. So this is a good time to like set those boundaries, as well as like those financial boundaries with your family as well as your kids. Um, Again, and then also teaching them like this is a good time to give back as well. So have them do acts of services for people, um, as well. Like if it's like an elderly family member or something like that, or for each other. Um, so I just think this is a good time to kind of like teach some good like money habits with your kids, because the holiday tend to be a time that we overspend. So this is a great way to kind of like teach your kids about how to stick to a budget and not overspend. And then just to add to what Nia said, I think like if you start off fresh in January, creating a budget plan and you're using that monthly budget plan month to month, um, you can definitely find ways to set aside money for the holiday season or have disposable income that's compounding throughout the year. So then by the end of the year, you have a good cushion in your bank account to be able to cover holiday spending, especially if there's like any unexpected things that happen, because depending on where you live, it might be snow or something. Like I remember when we had like just a random snowstorm one year.
Yeah, Hurricane Uri, or no, Winter Storm Uri.
Yeah, we just had it's just and nobody in Texas expected, nobody in Houston expected something like that to happen. So what if that happened in December versus when it did? Then you would have had to like have to still get holiday gifts and deal with an emergency at the same time. So then also just making sure that not only do you still have your emergency fund outside of your holiday savings as well. Um, but if we don't have anything else to add, I do want to talk about financial coaching. So as a financial coach, we do offer it as a free store service at Family Houston. And as a financial coach, what I help with is just helping you create personalized plans and organizing your finances, exploring ways to reduce debt and pay off debts, as well as reprioritize spending. So if you feel like you haven't been spending the way that you want to spend or need to spend, we can help you create ways to reprioritize your spending to meet your goals, as well as educate you on building savings and assets. Um, Creating a plan to improve your credit. So if you're looking to increase your credit score, clean up your credit history. So there's things like errors on your credit report that you need to clean up. And then we tailor our coaching session per client. So it's always going to be tailored based around your finances, your lifestyle, and your goals. So like if you are looking to start working on a budget plan monthly, that is something we can help you with as well. And I think trying to pay off debt early in the year can also increase your income that you have available at the end of the year for the holidays. So those are things that we can help you focus on. And not only do we help you strategize being successful with your goals, we provide that accountability. So I like to schedule once every 30 days with my clients because that provides us a moment to for accountability each month, because I will definitely be checking in with you to see how you're doing on your action steps. Are there like further things that you need, or further help that you need, or resources or tools that you need? And again, it is a free service that we offer. And you can actually scan the QR code on the screen, and that will take you to our intake form if you wish to sign up for our program. Or you can visit familyhouston.org, and on our financial stability page, you should be able to see the intake form and complete the intake form. And then lastly, if you wish to connect with me after the presentation, my cell number where you can call or text me if you have any questions, or if you wish to start financial coaching services. My cell number is 832-987-2023. Or you can email me at mchaney@familyhouston.org, and that's MCHENEY@familyhouston.org. And that is all I have.
I will be including your contact information on the email that I send out to everyone as a follow-up, along with the 52-week savings plan and some other budget templates and things like that that you all can take advantage of and to actually start utilizing. One other thing too that I wanted to add, it as you were talking about like making gifts and things like that for people. This is a great opportunity for you guys to start monetizing your hobbies. You know, trying to figure out as you're making these gifts and you're giving them away and things like that. Collect the feedback that you're getting from the family members or friends that you're making these gifts for, and ask would they be interested in buying it, or somebody that they know would be willing to buy it. That way, you know, when it comes close time for the holidays for next year, like, hey, you got your little side
Increase your
hustle.
savings.
And you've already created your automatic savings right there by selling these gifts or whatever it is that you're giving away. So be creative, you know, don't limit yourself when it comes to creating a savings goal or what have you. And then this is your opportunity also, if that's something that you're interested in doing, set up a meeting with the financial coach and say, hey, you know, this is what I'm thinking about doing. How can I, you know, where in my budget, or where can I, you know, what are some ways that you can help me with planning on making these gifts for a hobby, or monetizing this hobby that I'm spending all this money on. If I'm giving away all these gifts already, how can I start making money off of this? What does this look like?
Oh, yeah.
What is this going to cost me? That's a great opportunity for you guys to be able to do something like that, or even something to think about in the future as the new year is coming. What is it that I can do, that I can, that I'm spending, where am I spending my money now? How can I monetize my hobbies that I have to create extra spending for the holidays, you know, as it's coming up or what have you. So there's opportunities that are available out there for you guys to definitely take advantage of. But I just thought about that when you were talking about setting up the financial coaching session with you. That's a great opportunity.
Oh, yeah, because I started making little bouquet, like making floral bouquets for my friends for their birthdays. So one of my friends were like, "You made this?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Okay, so how much would you charge if I want you to make a bouquet for if I want to like make one for my mom?" So now I was like, okay, Valentine's Day is coming up, then Mother's
Mother's
Day.
Day, Easter.
So yeah,
So
Easter.
the bouquets
Uh,
can become centerpieces for
yeah,
tables and things like that. So I, you know, I started making diva wreaths a long time ago. It's like a silhouette of a woman's head that's covered in Christmas ornaments for people to hang on the door. I did those as gifts one year, and then it's like,
yeah.
oh, okay, I can do that. I can, you know, handle that. I can, every little gift or thing that I
All you do is
created,
post
little
on
scrappy
social
thing,
media.
post it on social media, and boom, there you go. You got instant following of people. And there are ways, and there are YouTube is the godsend for the poor man, because it tells you everything step
You
by step
learn
that you need to know. And
TikTok too.
TikTok,
That's
everything.
why I
I
learned
mean,
how to make the bouquets on TikTok.
and if I see something that I think, oh man, that's cute, oh that's nice, I bet you I can make that. I go to YouTube and try to find that thing, and here's a whole plethora of
Oh,
videos
yeah.
and then how to actually make that a business. You know, I started a t-shirt business from doing little things or whatever online as well. And here you go. You've got somebody there that's telling you, you know, it costs you this much to do this, and you can get this done this way, and this is what you're going to need. The equipment is not going to cost you X amount of dollars. Dollar
Mhm.
Tree is like the best thing since sliced bread if you guys are looking for ways to get
Oh,
crafty
yeah.
and creative.
Yeah,
Dollar
I
Tree.
got paper to use for my bouquet, like that brown paper.
Mm-hmm.
One roll of it is $1 at Dollar Tree. And
Yep.
then you can get the ribbons and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then Trader Joe's had cheap flowers.
Mm-hmm.
But I got it all from TikTok. TikTok told me everything where I need to go. But like another thing, like I was learning how to do my own gel manicures at home. And
Saving
so,
money.
yeah, because I mean, like for like $50 to $100, you can buy all the equipment. So I have friends that are like, oh, so can you do my nails? I'm like, how much I'm gonna charge you? I'm like, I'm not there yet, but that could be something
Yeah.
to do basic, like an act of service. Like if I wanted to do an act of service for someone for the holiday, like, hey, I'll come and do your nails for you or whatever, so you don't have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I forgot what my dad he called it university YouTube or something like
Yeah.
that,
YouTube
because
University. Yeah.
it's so much stuff you can learn for free on YouTube
Mm,
and TikTok.
indeed, indeed.
So I've been learning a lot of things to save money on things just for myself on TikTok and YouTube.
And then share it with people too, because you know, a lot of times, like I said in the beginning, that we do things out of habit because that's the way our parents did it or grandparents did it or what
Mhm.
have you. When you talk to your family members about, hey, you know, I was able to save, you know, X amount of dollars by just doing this and this, you know, and you
Mhm.
know, have them start thinking a little bit differently when it comes to money and to
Yeah, thinking
savings. It's
outside the
like, oh
box.
wow, I didn't think about that. You know, oh wow, you know, yeah, that's a great idea. Show me how you did that or whatever, you know, that kind of
Mhm.
thing. Share that with people so that they'll have, you know, start thinking about things a little bit differently and different ways to do things, because we just don't generally, you know, don't always think the same way, but let people know that there is an alternative, there's an option.
Oh yeah, there's always an option to save money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, don't I hate gatekeepers. Don't gatekeep. If it's something, and because I'm the type of person, if and even part of my profession, I have to know about resources and then just different ways for individuals to save money, as well as just resources in general.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like to gatekeep. Like if there's something that I'm doing and you like it or you feel like it's something that you would like to do, I'll give you all the information and much more. Like um because I kind of feel like as a community we should be sharing information just
Absolutely.
so other people can have the same benefits that we gain for ourselves. Um,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
which
And
is
that's
why I
really
love this
that's really
program.
the whole point of the collaboration with the a month of service partners, because you know we realize that there is a lot of unavailable and misinformation that's out there. So what better way for us to reach more people, create a larger impact than coming together and giving all of our knowledge to the masses and encouraging people to share that information. So it's incumbent upon us to pay it forward and to give that information to as many people as we know of that can potentially use it, you know, even if you don't use it, at least, you know, if it's not you, then somebody you know might be able to use that information, whatever it is. And it does you no good to keep that knowledge to yourself and, you know, not be able to share it. So it's something that everybody should be striving to do. So, but with that being said, We want to thank you guys for joining us this evening. We have there's a link to a survey that comes up right after the end of this presentation that we're asking and encouraging people to fill out. So that way we can hear from you guys and know that if the information that we provided for you throughout this year for this financial capability series, if it was beneficial, was it helpful? Is there another financial related topic that you want us to provide more information about or to get out there to you guys? Then please let us know. I will be attaching a tip or like a tentative schedule for the 2025 years. So in case you're just coming in on this last one of the series, then you can kind of see the kinds of workshops that we have throughout the year. We try to be consistent with the days that we have these so that you can kind of set your schedule or plan accordingly. We do have this Money, Health, and Wealth series the first Wednesday of each month at 4 p.m. with a different topic for each month. So whether it's your relationship with money or credit or debt management or saving or planning for large purchases or insurance and creating your own GoFundMe. We do those throughout the entire year. We do record them. We do post them on our YouTube page so that you guys can have the opportunity to go back and review that information as well. We do send out the links for you guys to go back and watch at your leisure in case there's information that you want to go back and get more information about, or if you want to share it with somebody. So again, we encourage you to share it with others that may also find the information to be beneficial as well. So we definitely cannot do what we do without you guys. We are planning for 2025. So I will also be attaching a copy of the schedule for the month of November, the other presentations that are offered for the month of service collaboration, again, along with the contact information for Monet and Family Houston for you all to contact her for one-on-one financial coaching. Again, the services that they do offer are available at no charge. Do keep in mind when you are putting together or planning to talk to a financial coach that whatever your savings goal is, whatever your budgeting goal might be or what have you, that it's going to take some discipline, that it's not something that's going to happen overnight. So do stay encouraged that whatever the goal is that you all may have, that it is possible, that it is attainable, and it's just going to take one day at a time, and not to think that because, oh, I didn't make my goal, so I may as well quit or something to that effect. Your goals and your plans, your action plans, they are made to be altered according to whatever your particular situation is. So don't get discouraged if you don't meet the goal within the first month or so, or however, or whenever it is that you wanted to do it, because things happen, things come up, situations change, finances change, circumstances change, and it may, kind of throw you off a little bit. What you thought you may have done at a particular point, you may not have it done yet, but don't give up. There is still, there's still a chance to get it done. Just don't quit aspiring for the goal, whatever it is that you all may have for yourself. And don't allow somebody to come in and tell you what your goal should be. What may be for you may not be for me, may not be for Monet, may not be for Cecile. Whatever it is that you want to achieve is for you and your own personal thing, whatever that may be. So where somebody might be interested in buying a house, you might be interested in buying a car or starting a business or just having some kind of savings in place for you, whatever that is. So just be diligent about it, and don't give up, and know that whatever that goal is, that it is possible for you to be able to do. So with that being said, thank you very much, Monet. We appreciate you guys' sponsorship and the relationship that we've had with Family Houston over the past several years, 10 plus years with Family Houston. It's been a wonderful opportunity. We have learned so much over the years from you guys, and I enjoy listening to what it is that you have to say, what new tips that I can think of myself, that I can find beneficial for me as well. So I'm not absent from the fold. I need the savings tips too. So just keep them coming. Keep sharing the stories and keep sharing the information. And we really wholeheartedly appreciate you. We appreciate the partnership and the collaboration. And most of all, we do appreciate the community members that do tune in to our presentations on a monthly basis. So again, look for the email, look for the link, the resources that we have for you guys to come. You all have a wonderful remainder of your evening. Miss Quantera, we see you out there driving, so please be safe and don't thank you for tuning in and listening, but please be safe while you're out there driving. So we appreciate you you all for coming in and joining us this evening. So you all take care of yourselves, you stay safe, and we will see you all next time.
Bye.
All right.
Good night.